Why shouldn't you buy a shirt from the Incredible Hulk? Because it's probably a ripoff. Thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel today for Comic Book Editions Volume 154. In today's video, we have a prize win unboxing from the Chett Eye Knight. I'm excited to share that with you. Before we get to that, let's start with an AOK from my friend Glenn, Seeking Superman. This is a book you've seen me show on my channel before, but now it has some brand new ink on it. Last year, on my Comic Book Editions Volume 118 video, Glenn, otherwise known as Seeking Superman, offered if there was any signatures I wanted from HeroesCon he was attending, and he would be happy to take care of them for me. So last year, he got 2 signatures on this book. My Wonder Woman 80th Anniversary Celebration one-shot, which was published in 2021. I'm going to try to get as many signatures on it as I possibly can. Well, Glenn made the same generous offer to me again for this year. Looking over the roster, there was one name that I needed for this book that I didn't have already, and I couldn't pass it up. It was Michael Conrad. So Michael Conrad and Becky Cloonan just wrapped up as writers for the last several years on the Wonder Woman title. And I had Becky Cloonan already. Signature King Tony Fett got that for me originally when he first AOK'd this book to me. But I needed Michael Conrad. I had to complete the duo. And you can see on Wonder Woman's leg, we now have the Michael Conrad signature. Glenn even sent me an awesome photo of Michael holding the book as well. Didn't need proof. I completely believe that Michael did sign it, and because Seeking Superman's a pretty awesome guy. But it's always nice to have a little authenticity. And Seeking Superman said that Michael had some very kind things to say about me, which I certainly appreciate. I've been a huge fan not only of Michael Conrad and Becky Cloonan's work, but them as people. I really think that there's some creators out there that you always hear that people have such positive experiences with. And I think that Michael and Becky are definitely creators that fall into that category too. I haven't met them in person. We've done a virtual live together, all 3 of us, but we've never actually met in person, and I can't wait until that day happens. But it's so nice to get some confirmation that these 2 are just these awesome people. Seeking Superman really raved to me about how much he enjoyed his conversation with them and how they were one of the highlights of HeroesCon for him. And for me to get another signature on this book, especially Michael, meant a lot to me too. So some of the signatures I need yet are going to be a little tougher. There's a couple big names, but most of them are some of the smaller names that I never even hear being at any convention. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to pull that one off. But that is a project that I will worry about later. I want to thank Seeking Superman once again. I left a link to his Instagram in the description for this video, so make sure to go follow him and see some of the awesome Superman-related content that he posts on his page as well. Thanks again, Glenn. I really appreciate this. Made my day. By the way, if you're new to my channel and haven't subscribed to me yet, I hope you'll take this opportunity to do so. Sharing this video, sharing the channel with someone that you think might enjoy it is another great way to show support. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, a heart, because that's always encouraged and welcomed as well. Omni X-men Season 3 wrapped up just last month, a few weeks ago, with their big prize giveaway show. That's the one that they do as the last one for the season each year. I had my name on the wheel a lot of times, and I came up as a winner. I won a slab from the Chett Eye Knight, Chet, Scotland. I don't know if Chet and I would have even found each other had it not been for the Omni X-men show, but I'm certainly appreciative of his friendship. Chet's favorite era of X-Men is my favorite era of X-Men. The X-Men characters that he kind of gravitates to the most and the creators that he likes on X-Men are the ones that I gravitate towards the most and the ones that I seem to like the most as well. So it's always great, and he's so knowledgeable on the entire X universe. It's always an enjoyment and a pleasure for me to get to talk to him, call him the man, and I'm so appreciative to the Omni X-Men show because, like I said, I don't know if I would have found this friend if it wouldn't have been for the show, and I hope to meet Chet someday in person as well. I think that would be awesome. In the meantime, I'm going to put you in a fast-forward mode so you can see the prize that I won from Chet from this most recent Omni X-men giveaway show. Here we go. Okay, I really should amend this to say prizes, because not only did I win a slab, and I know what it is, I know what both of these slabs are, but I won from Chett the previous year on the Omni X-men show, and it's not Chett's fault that it took so long for this to get to me, because when he was ready to mail it out, I was in the process of moving and I wasn't exactly sure where the package was going to land at. I didn't want it landing at my old address, and I'm not sure, you know, because of porch pirates, what would happen at my new place, which luckily I don't have porch pirates at my new place. So Chett just held on to it. I knew the package was safe. And so I have actually this year's and last year's prize to share with you. Let's get started with the one that I won this year. Oh, check it out. Signature Series and all. So this is crossover number 1 from Image Comics, and it's signed by Donny Cates, CGC Signature Series 9.6. So I'm not familiar with crossover at all, but I am familiar with Donny Cates' work, and I actually enjoy his work. I think he's a pretty talented writer. I know that Donny Cates likes to write for the Omnibus as well when he's writing. So this is a series I'll definitely have to check into. I didn't have a Donny Cates autograph before, but I do now, and he signed it in gold down here in this lower portion. So this is pretty awesome. Chett gave away 2 of these, both signed by Donny Cates during the season finale Omni X-men show for season 3. Very colorful cover. You know what it almost reminds me of? Looking at it, just art-wise, if it was a quick glance and I didn't know that it wasn't, you know, an image book, I would think that it's almost like a Riddler cover. Maybe it's probably because of that green and stuff too, and he kind of looks like he has a mask on, so maybe that's why. Very cool. So thank you so much, Chett. Thanks for offering this. I'm happy to have won this. It's made my day. But we're not done. So the prize from the previous season's Omni X-men show, I was ecstatic to win because it was a book that was never really on my radar. This is the Incredible Hulk Annual, number 7, published in 1978, CGC 9.0. And you see we have Hulk teaming up with Angel and Iceman on the cover. Now, this is a book that I've heard Chett talk about a lot in the chat. And this book never was really on my radar. I guess if I knew about this guest appearance, because it's kind of interesting to put Angel and Iceman together with the Hulk. That's kind of a very interesting pairing. But if I ever knew about this book, it definitely had fell off my radar. But Chett has raved about this book so many times, and I was like, yeah, I kind of need to check this out and see what it's like. So I actually read this story on the Marvel app the other night. This was fantastic. It's a Stern and Byrne story. So Roger Stern and John Byrne wrote the story, and then John Byrne did the pencils. It's Angel, Iceman against Master Mold with an assist by the Hulk. There's a lot more Angel and Iceman in the story than I was expecting. Now for Hulk, it's pretty much what you would expect from a Bronze Age Hulk book. It's a lot of, you know, Master Mold has annoyed the Hulk, Hulk smash. It's a lot of that. But the artwork was fantastic. This just felt like a hidden gem for me since it had been off my radar for so long. There's also a little bit of ties to the events that happened in X-Men issue number 100, which I do own. That's a little bit of a callback with Master Mold inside of the story. So I was stoked. I can see why Chett brags about this book so much. Very stoked about this one. Thank you. Thank you for both of my prize wins. Thank you so much. And of course, Omni X-Men is because of No Good Comics, Justin, and then John's Comics with Kids. It alternates between their 2 channels, and I thank them for, you know, creating this show and for having me on as a guest, for everyone in the chat that puts up with me. It's much appreciated. They're on their summer hiatus right now, but they'll start back with season 4 in the fall. And I'm looking forward to reading along with them some of the adventures. To me, it's almost kind of like a personal book club. That's kind of what it feels like to me. It's nice to have a little bit of the summer off too, but I look forward to the show coming back because that's a regular Tuesday night must-watch event for me. Thank you, Chet Scotland, for the prize wins today. Thank you, Glenn, aka Seeking Superman, for getting another signature for me on my Wonder Woman book. I'm going to send that baby off, and that baby's going to do some more traveling. I haven't hit any big cons this year, but my book has, and it's going to probably go to some more before the year's over with too. So be on the lookout for future updates on that as well. What did you think of the books that I showed you today? Are you a signature collector? We can talk about that. Do you have any of the books that I showed today, any of the slabs? How about that Hulk annual? Have you ever read that story? I recommend it now too. After hearing, because Chet was bragging it up a lot. And I'm like, okay, let's see, Mr. Scotland. Let's see how good this really is. It lived up to the hype. So let's dialogue about anything in today's video that you want in the comment section below, as your comments are welcomed, encouraged, and appreciated. Thank you so much for making it to the end of Comic Book Editions Volume 154, and I'll catch you with another video next week. Take care.